I was 15, I realized I could grow my hair out. I never thought of this before, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna like Metallica, it's gonna be awesome. When I was 16, I started to lose my hair. So yeah, that was great. Cut to, I'm 21, and I'm wearing this hat, like this, everywhere I go, every waking moment of my life. Like a toupee, but nobody knows it's a toupee because it's a hat. And I still have long hair, which means that the little bits that are left are all sort of sticking out the back, like, hey, he's got hair, don't worry about it. Too closely. But, so, a friend of mine suggests, hey, you know, you should just shave your head. And I'm like, oh. And you know when you feel your teeth with your tongue and they feel like they're this big each? I'm feeling up here and I'm like, oh God, no. No, that's going to look terrible. She's like, no, I don't think so. I'm like, the hat's good. A few years later, I'm in college, and I got a lot of time on my hands, and I'm sucking up student loan money and spending it on whatever I feel like. That meant a lot of trips to Wegmans, and I was in Brockport, and the way it worked is, here's your apartment, my apartment, our apartment, for the sake of the story. And you had to go over here, up this little windy road, and then back over, and there was Wegmans. But really, there was just this nice straight line between me and Wegmans, if only all these pesky buildings and fences weren't in the way. Well, one day, in that way that you do in your youth, relative youth, you go, oh, you know what? This is the establishment's idea of where I should be walking. And I said, I'm going to see if I can go, like, how straight can I go between Wegmans and my apartment with my little Wegmans bag. So I go like behind Wegmans, and I'm just walking over some hills and through some trees and through, I think, an elementary school. And it's kind of like, this is working out, this is all right. And then I get to a fence. And I go, okay, well, I'll just walk this way along the fence. And then it gets to the, you know how like next to the highway and stuff, you always see like the little foresty bit, and you kind of think, well, that's only about this big, right? It's just to make it look less like there's a highway next to these people's houses. Well, there was something like that there, and I'm going, well, okay, road's probably just over there. I'll just go through here, it's fine. Screw you, fence. And I start walking through there. Well, things get dense pretty quickly, and I'm going like, I'm still thinking, this is cool though, it'll be fine. And I'm pushing through all these things, and there are all these little pricker bush things with these big hangy branches that just have little prickers everywhere, and they're catching on every bit of my clothing, and my Wegmans bag is being torn to shreds very slowly through the, and I'm walking, and I come to this pool of water. It had rained a lot recently, which I should have thought of before I started doing this. This pool of water that is uncrossably large, except for that there happens to be like a felled tree just dangerously laid across it, like someone knew I was coming. And at this point, I'm no longer having fun. I'm sweaty and dirty all over, and my Wegmans bag is just about holding all of the things I bought. And I go, okay, what are my options here? And I look, and it's just dense. So I gotta cross the log. I get up on the log, and I'm for a second going, this is okay, I'm gonna make it, this is fine. One of those little pricker things just happens to swoop in, grab my hat, and fling it in the air. And in slow motion, this thing is just doing this, and I'm just going, this is it. There's no way it's landing anywhere but in the water. It is over the water completely. And I'm just going, no, my hair. It falls to right about here. One of those pricker things catches, I don't know if any of you can see this one thread. It goes down to, if this is the water, here. Launches back up, at which point I'm still going, that's just going to fly off and hit the water. And then comes back down and sits like this. And I'm just far enough away for this to be difficult. And I go, and I swear to God the Indiana Jones theme song happened. And I walk out of there, and I'm filthy dirty, but I definitely learned that I value this a little too much. But it was still a few years before I shaved my head. Man, I definitely prefer it. And if you're on the fence, guys, go for it. Or whatever your head is in your life.